First of all, let me just say thank you to all my subscribers who told me happy birthday on Facebook and on Twitter, and just all your happy birthday messages. They just, they really meant a lot to me, and I really appreciate it. So thank you all so much. I love you. Okay, so this is a little video. I'm just gonna talk about my trip to LA and explain kind of the details of this catastrophe that happened on Monday night. Okay, so I'm still in LA. I'm about to go to sleep and wake up and catch my flight back to Atlanta in the morning. But I got here on Sunday night, Sunday, May 1st. My birthday's on May 2nd. So Sunday night I got here, got to my hotel, checked in, rested a little bit, then I went to dinner and a movie with one of my old friends that lives here from Atlanta. Sunday was a great night. On Monday and Tuesday, I had plans to hang out with he's not my boyfriend, but he's a guy who I met in Las Vegas about 3 years ago. He lives here in LA. I've kept in contact with him constantly throughout those whole, I don't know, like 3 years I've known him. We've texted, we've talked, I've seen him. I saw him in September when I came to LA. I planned on seeing him again this time. I was gonna hang out with him all day Monday and Tuesday. His name's Mark. Let's just go out there and say that. I'm not trying to protect him from anything. His name's Mark, and I've known him for, like I said, like 3 years. And he's not my boyfriend, but I definitely really cared about him and thought he cared about me. And we were just he's my friend boy is what I'll call him. Friend boy. Okay, so Monday and Tuesday supposed to hang out with friend boy. And Monday, he was supposed to meet me at my hotel. Monday was my actual birthday. He got to my hotel around like 6 o'clock, and then he let me know that it was his sister's best friend's birthday as well on Monday, and they were going out to West Hollywood, and he invited me to go hang out with them. I was like, okay, cool, I'm down. I was down for whatever. I just wanted to have a good time. I didn't really have any plans for coming to LA. I just wanted to get away from home, see some friends, catch up with him, just get out and have a good time and get away, and that's all. So I was down for that. So we end up going back to his house for a little bit, getting ready, meeting up with everybody else, and then we get to West Hollywood. We go to a bar. We go to Rage in West Hollywood, which he took me there last time I was here, so that was really good. I was having a good time. I was already like really drunk. I had been drinking all day long because it was my 21st birthday, and then the night started to go sour once we got back to his house. Because what happened was, we got back to his house, and it was like 3 in the morning. There was maybe like 10, 15 people total, all at his house, okay? And I don't really like his house because his house is small. There's not a lot of beds, a lot of bedrooms. I don't know the people that are there. And I had booked my hotel room, for 4 nights, and I wanted to take advantage of the money I spent and sleep in my hotel room all 4 nights. So before we had left my hotel to even go out in the first place, I asked him if we were going to be able to come back here, after the club. And he was like, yeah, we have to, right? I was like, yeah, we do. He was like, okay, we're going to come back here. But throughout the night, I remember him saying that the train stopped running at midnight. And that is how we were leaving here. So we were obviously going to have to take the train to get back. So when we got back to his house at 3 in the morning, I asked him, I was like, okay, so when are we coming back to my hotel? He was like, we're not going back. And I was like, what do you mean we're not going back? I was like, did you lie to me? You told me we were going to come back to my hotel when it was over. He was like, yeah, but the train stops at 3 in the morning. At 12 at midnight, and it's already 3 in the morning. So who's going to take you back to your room, take us back to your room? And I was like, well, can't somebody drive us? He was like, no, they don't want to drive. It's too far. And I looked up on my phone, and it wasn't even that far. And I was like, it's not that far, and if they don't want to drive us, then can we call a taxi? He was like, no, you're not going to get a taxi out here this late. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, well, you lied to me, and I want to go back to my hotel room. And I was being a little bit overdramatic. I get that now. But at the same time, he told me we were going to come back here, and I didn't want to waste my night that I paid for. And why would you want to stay in this house with all these fucking people when you could come back to my hotel room that's all mine with my big king-size bed and my bathroom? Why would you want to stay there when we could stay here? I just didn't get why he didn't want to come with me. And so we were arguing for a while, and then eventually I was like, well, if you're not going to come with me, I'm just going to walk. And he was like, you're not walking, it's too late, you're crazy, it's too far. I was like, and I'm the type of person, don't test me. Don't push me and don't tell me I'm not going to do something, because I am the most stubborn person you will ever meet, and I'm the most determined person you will ever meet. I don't care. So when he told me that I wasn't going to do it and he wasn't going to come with me, I said, fuck you, and I walked out the door and I left. And it was 3 in the morning in Pasadena. I was drunk. It was on my birthday, and he let me walk out in the middle of the night all by myself. So I just started walking. I walked and 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 I walked. I walked for probably like 30 minutes until I ended up at the entrance to the freeway. At this point, I was very upset. I hadn't called him because I thought about calling him, but I was like, am I going to call him? Like, he's the one who should be calling me to make sure I'm okay and telling me to come back or something, and he hadn't done any of that. And I was like, well, fuck him. I'm not going to call him then. If he's not going to call me, why am I going to call him? And so, but when I got to the freeway, to the entrance ramp, I was like, well, I didn't know where to go from there. And at this point, I started to become a little bit distraught, because I kind of realized the situation and what I had got myself into, and I didn't know how to get myself out. So I started crying. I was crying. I was sitting on the side of the road in the middle of Los Angeles all by myself at like 4 in the morning. I didn't know what to do. So I called a cab. The cab told me they were going to come get me. I waited and waited and waited. After waiting for like 30 minutes with no cab coming, my mom calls me out of nowhere. And I just start crying to her, telling her that what happened, and she's telling me to calm down. And I'm like, I don't know why he did this to me. I can't believe him. And she's like, well, just call him back and see if he answers and go back to his house. And so I hang up with her. I call him back. He didn't pick up. I called and I called and I called him literally like 50 times. I didn't even really want to go back to his house at this point. I wanted to give him a piece of my mind, because I couldn't believe that after 3 years of knowing him, after all, I just couldn't believe that he could actually be capable of doing something like that to me. Not even that I wanted him to call me and tell me to come back. If he didn't want me to come back, then that's totally fine. But to at least make sure that I was okay, just do you understand this scenario? It's my 21st birthday. I'm on the other side of the country from where my home is. I'm by myself, stranded at 4 in the morning, and you're not gonna call me to see if I'm okay or text me to see if I'm okay. And he didn't. And I just could not believe that. And then he had the nerve to not answer the phone the million times that I called him. I was texting him, and I was being kind of rude and vulgar and mean, but I mean you can understand why. I just couldn't believe what was going on. And so I just start walking back to his house. I get back there, and I think about going to the door, but then I'm like, no, I'm not. I didn't come this far to just go back and and apologize and just go back inside and go to sleep. And I'm just not the type of person. So I sat outside across the street and I called him some more. Told him to come outside. Please come outside. Just come talk to me. I'm out here by myself. Please, Mark. Please come talk to me. He wasn't hearing it. He didn't answer my phone. He didn't answer none of my text messages. So I sit there on the sidewalk just like this, like crying, like I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't believe this happened to me. Like this fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. It was like I was so mad. So my mom calls me back and she's asking me like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna fix this? And at this point, it's almost 5 in the morning, and the train starts running again at 6. So I tell her, okay, I'm just gonna walk to the train station. I'll get there by 6, and then I'll just hop on the train, the metro train, and I'll just come back to my hotel room. So that's what I ended up doing. I picked myself up. I walked to the grocery store. Asked them where the train station was. They told me it was that way. I walked that way until I saw a train, and then I popped on the train and I found my way back to my hotel room, which, I don't know my way around the city. I don't know anything, but I figured it out because that's what I had to do. So the moral of the story is this. I just can't believe that happened to me. I'm not the type of person to let situations or experiences kind of define who I am as a person. I don't want this to make me a bitter person. I don't want this to make me a resentful person. I don't want to feel like, like every guy I talk to in the future is going to do this to me. But it's definitely going to have an effect on the way I trust people. I'm not that person to kind of say, I don't trust anybody until you give me a reason to trust you. I kind of put everybody on an even playing field until you do something to kind of take my trust away, and then that's what it is. Or until you do something for me to let me know that I can really, really trust you, then I'll really let you in. But otherwise, everybody's on an even playing field. But after this situation, I just don't even think I can do that anymore, because I would have never have thought somebody like him was capable of treating me like so badly. And then I refuse to let that experience kind of define my birthday or the rest of my trip. Like, I came home that morning at 7 in the morning. I got back to my hotel room. By this point, it was Tuesday. I slept pretty much all day yesterday, or not yesterday, on Tuesday. And, I mean, that kind of sucks because I was here in LA and I could have done something. But honestly, I just needed kind of the time to recuperate and to get my strength back and to just reflect on the experiences. But I wasn't going to let it ruin anything. I didn't really cry that much. I just kind of told myself I'm going to pick myself up. I'm going to take the situation for what it is. I'm going to get past it. I'm going to move on. It is what it is. What it is. I called him again on Tuesday, the morning after, to see if he was over it, to see if he answered the phone. He didn't. So I kind of just, accepted that that's how he was going to play the game. That's kind of what he wanted to do. So I just texted him this really, really long message, letting him know, first of all, that I was sorry for how I acted, but also letting him know that I was really, really hurt by his, reaction to it. I never thought he would do that to me, and that I have no hard feelings towards him. I don't wish bad things upon him. I really just wish that, I think we both made bad decisions that night. It was something that I was mature enough to recognize and to apologize for. He obviously couldn't get over it. A part of me feels like there was a deeper issue with him than just that situation. Like, I don't think that situation is the reason why he won't talk to me anymore. I think there was another reason kind of festering inside of him, and that was just kind of like, the nail in the coffin to be like, okay, well, I don't want to talk to Nico no more because I don't have to, because now he pissed me off. I think there was something else kind of that was bothering him about me. I don't know what it was. Maybe he wasn't attracted to me. Maybe I don't know. But it was something, and I let him know that, I definitely felt differently for you than you obviously did for me. That's okay. I can't control that. I thought you would be able to give me the respect to kind of let me say my goodbye, let me say my piece, to hear what I have to say, and he wouldn't. So hopefully he read my text messages. I wished him well, told him remember to love and love again. Hope you have a good life, and love you, mean it, and that's all. I said bye. And that's really all I can do. I did my part. I know I tried to end it on a good note. I wasn't rude. I wasn't aggressive at the end, apologizing to him. But like I said, it's definitely really going to change the way I look at guys and the way I kind of learn to put my trust in them. And I definitely feel like after this, I have to higher my expectations, because there have been a lot of men that I've kind of dated in the past that haven't really been what I need or what I deserve, definitely what I deserve. And I've kind of let them come into my life anyways, because I always feel like I'm the type of guy that can turn somebody into what I want them to be, not change them necessarily, just improve them. I always feel like, well, if they don't have this, they don't have that, maybe they just need a little push. Maybe I can be that guy to push them, to motivate them to kind of do something with their life. And really, at the end of the day, I can't do nothing. I can't do more for you than you'll do for yourself. And there are certain things now that I was accepting in the past that from here on out, I will not only expect you to be on the same level as me, I need somebody who has more than me. I need somebody who can offer me more than I can offer you, because I'm so sick of fucking with guys who have shit to offer me, and I just end up being the fucking sugar mama that you always wanted, when I need somebody to take care of me, okay? Like, I can take care of myself, so I don't need somebody who, like, needs to be taken care of. I need somebody who can take care of themselves as well, and then treat me to, wine and dine me every now and then because I deserve it. It was a really fucked up situation. I'm glad it happened to me. I'm really glad it happened to me, because it really has, like, done a lot for me and taught me a lot about myself. And, everything happens for a reason. If there's two things I know for sure in this life, it's that, one, everything happens for a reason, and two, life is what you make it. So, those are two mantras I kind of live my life by. Life is exactly what you make it. Any situation it could be good, it could be bad, it could be a learning experience. Life is what you make it, and everything happens for a reason. So I'll end on that note. And like I said, I love you guys very much. Thank you for all your support. And until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.